We're sitting here now with our very own rock star, Chip Barker, and the reason we got involved with Southeastern Guide Dogs was because last year at TPI Rocks, we were introduced to Paul, who is actually training here now. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved with Southeastern Guide Dogs.
I got into Southeastern Guide Dogs by default. When I met my partner, Chris, he had already been involved with Southeastern since 1997, so I walked into a house full of dogs and it just fell into my world.
And you're what they call a puppy handler.
Yeah, puppy raisers is specifically how Chris got involved and how I started getting involved as well. We take the puppies when they're very young and they come live into the home with us, and we teach them basic socialization, and we take them all over to any place that we might be going in travel. We take them to, I love taking them to hotels. That's one of my favorite things, is giving them a hotel experience. And it's really to give them real world exposures and experiences so that hopefully one day when they're placed either with a visually impaired person or a veteran, they're not shocked by these new experiences and new destinations that they go to. So
right. So it was really cool because you had called us up and said, hey, I want to bring Paul to TPI Rocks, and we were like, who's Paul? And so you explained it, but we got to have him there, and he went to the trade show, he hung out at the hotel, he really, was able to get that exposure, that you're talking about.
Yep.
So you have him in your house for about a year, maybe?
About a year. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then they graduate.
They graduate from us and they come back and live in this amazing facility here where the real training begins.
Yes, and you've been able to see this facility grow.
It has changed. Just in the time that I've been involved with it, the campus is completely different. All the facilities have been upgraded, they've been modernized, and they've really grown to the point now that they can meet the school's needs today and going forward.
So I'm here with Larissa. She's the Director of Philanthropy here at Southeastern Guide Dogs. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this organization?
So Southeastern Guide Dogs has been in existence since about 1982. We started out in this tiny little 2-bedroom house with 2 dog runs, and the organization was started so that we could make sure that we had guide dogs who were acclimated to sort of the southern climate. There were other guide dog schools, but they were really in areas where dogs were colder. So right now we serve both visually impaired folks who need a guide dog to get them around and become independent, as well as dogs who are service dogs for veterans with PTSD.
I love your motto. It says, for those who can't see and for those who have seen too much.
That's right.
And I love that motto and how it speaks to everybody. And in the travel industry, we want to make sure that we open up the world to everybody to have the ability to go where they want to go and to feel safe and secure. We're here with Katie and Bristol now, who are graduates of Southeastern Guide Dogs, and we really love Katie's story because she actually travels with Bristol, and we're all about opening up the world to everyone. So tell us about your experience.
Well, I have retinitis pigmentosa, which is a genetic disorder, so I have no peripheral vision, I can't see in the dark, and then I struggle with depth perception and light change. And it wasn't actually until I got into grad school that this became a problem. I lived in DC, and in DC there's a lot of metro travel, and then everyone lives from Virginia to Maryland. I had a hard time figuring what stop to get off at, and then I just ended up feeling really isolated because I couldn't travel at night by myself, so I couldn't get anywhere to meet any of the people that I knew, so I had a hard time making friends. So that's when I decided to get a guide dog, and I did some research, and I found Southeastern was just the best match for me, and they were just so friendly on the phone, and you don't always get that. So, and Bristol is always traveling with me, and she makes me feel so much better in airports, especially it's nerve-wracking to be there and not know where you're going, especially you have to cross the airport in 5 minutes or less. She did a great job there, so that was really, I got to do all the stuff I wanted to do without having to rely on somebody else.
It's amazing because she just opens up a world of opportunities that you didn't have once you got through grad school, and it helps to not run into things and have a companion that's there to protect you and get you through those obstacles. So we're excited to announce that TPI has already kick-started the donation campaign by donating $5,000 to Southeastern Guide Dogs. What this means is that we have the opportunity to name a puppy that's born here on property. So we've decided to go with the name Fiercely to honor all of our rock stars in moving your business fiercely forward, just like you guys here at Southeastern Guide Dogs help your students to move fiercely forward as well. So I want to thank you so much.
We are so grateful. We're grateful to all of you, grateful to start out the campaign this way, and we really look forward to sharing pictures and photos of Fiercely as he or she grows up.